Hello, good evening. Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to Obodooyinbo TV show. Welcome to my live stream today. How are you? I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome, welcome. I salute every single one of you that is joining me now and those who are going to join me later on. So I'm just going to jump right into it. There's no time tonight to waste time because I got quite a lot to cover. So I want to just jump right into it. I salute every single one of you that is joining me. Thank you so much, Joyce. Chelsea Brown was the first to be here. Mabel Johnson, Camila, you're welcome. And I also salute every single persons that will join later on this live stream and those who will play it when the live stream is ended. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Welcome. Have you subscribed? Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. If you appreciate the work we are doing here and you want to support us, give this video a thumbs up and share. Make sure you subscribe and also share our videos. That's the only way you can really encourage us on this platform. Thank you so much. I salute everyone. So the matter I'm discussing with you today, before I get into it, I just quickly, I need to put a disclaimer. I need to put a disclaimer on this matter because I don't want people to take this out of context. So I am going to quickly put a disclaimer so that it doesn't become something that people are going to misunderstand. I don't want anybody to misunderstand me. I'm going to share my link later. You guys know I like sharing my link. So I will share my link later. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is very true. Okay. Let's see. How do I do this? I've got something I want to upload. I'm already on the studio. So let's see if I can get that disclaimer up here. I'm trying to put the disclaimer up. Just bear with me. Yeah, that's it. I got it in. It was on my phone, so I had to get into the studio on my phone so I can upload it. I feel it's very, very important because it's a very sensitive topic. And this part of the world where we live in, you have to be extremely, extremely careful when you are handling this sort of issues. A lot of people will not touch this kind of topic. They won't even talk about it. But I don't know, for some reason, I always want to talk about things that I feel like they really affect us as people, as Africans in diaspora. This is the main reason why I'm on YouTube. That's why I'm here every day shouting. So this is my disclaimer. And I just want to say that as a platform, why is it not showing? There's something wrong with this thing. No, I'm having some technical glitch. It's not showing for some reason. I don't know why. Oh dear, it's not showing. I can't get it to show. I don't know why. I got it here, but it is not showing. I really want it to be on the screen. I've got some technical issue, guys. So I'm just going to read it out. It seems like that's what I have to do because it's not showing for some reason. I don't know why I'm having this problem. I noticed the last time I did a live stream as well that I couldn't get images on the screen, which is strange. Really, really strange. Oh, is it where I uploaded them? Overlay. I don't know if it's where I uploaded them. May have uploaded it on the wrong place. I don't know. But guys, please bear with me. Oh yeah, I did upload them in the wrong place. Okay. Now I've gone and done it. I have gone and done it in the wrong place. That's why the thing is not showing. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did this. Okay. This is the only way I can get it. I can get it to show. So bear with me. Can you hear me? People are saying that they can't hear me. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. It's live, but you can't hear. Oh my goodness. I saw quite a lot. Don't tell me you've not heard what I said. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's going on? Can you hear me now? Unbelievable. So I've just been ranting to myself. Oh, 11 minutes. 11 minutes of talking. Are you people didn't hear what I was saying? Oh, this is not good at all. I apologize, please. Guys, forgive me. You can hear me now. Hey, hey. You can hear me now. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I've been talking. I didn't know that you guys didn't hear what I was saying. I've just been talking. I was giving you a background story of what happened. Hopefully, I don't need to put the images again. I wanted to put the images so that you guys can see them while I'm talking about it. I feel like when you have the pictures there, you understand better what I'm saying. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's like if I remove myself from the studio and put the pictures, because of the way I've uploaded them, it doesn't show, which is really, really sad. Honestly, I don't know what I did. I'm still trying to figure out this thing, guys. Please forgive me. Anyway, let me quickly summarize what I said. It seems this is going to be a long one tonight, guys. It's going to be a long one. Let me summarize what I said quickly. The young man is a Nigerian, is born to Nigerian parents. He's a Nigerian American, the black boy. He's 18 years old, right? 18 years old. And he lives in the US. He's a football player. I showed you a picture where he was playing football for Virginia College. The school that he plays for is called Virginia College. I don't know if that is a uni. It says Virginia Tech. Some of you live in America might know if it's a university or I don't know what that is. But they say he's a football player that plays for Virginia Tech, right? And he went on a dating site. This 18-year-old kid went on a dating site looking for women. Now he's a straight boy. Yeah, he's a straight young man. He's looking for women. He met this Oyibo man there. The man is a transgender. He dressed like a woman, had wig on, earrings on, you know, transgender look. So the boy did not know that the man, his name is Jerry Smith. He's 40 years old. Much more older than that boy, 18 years old boy. He's a university. Okay, Cassandra, thank you for clearing that up. So you see, the point I made earlier on when you guys were not hearing me, I'm so sorry about that, is that he's a young man with a very bubbly life ahead of him. He has a great life ahead of him. Or he had, let me say now, because this is America. Very good university, right? Baby, thank you. He seemed like he had his life all put together. He's playing football. He's in college. You know, he's doing well. I'm sure his parents would have been so proud. Because you know the statistics of black, I'm very, very passionate about black boys, black African boys, or boys from African background, or black boys generally. I'm really, really very passionate about them because I know when they live in this part of the world, they have a lot of obstacles. Black men generally have a lot of obstacles. Black people generally, but especially black kids and black women. Neka, you ask very good question. What 18-year-old they do for dating sites? That is what me too I asked. So that is what I asked. That's a very good question. In my mind, I was like, he's a very young man, 18. At that age, maybe you will be looking for your mates that you'll be fooling around with. He's a football player. He's good looking. I'm sure he would have seen his, you know, girls his age at university that he can play with. I don't know. Maybe he's shy. You know, it's not so easy for some young men, especially depending on the background that they come from. Yeah. So, yeah. So I don't know what his situation is, why he couldn't talk to girls or why he didn't date girls in real life. See me, I see you, at least. Because you know the thing about all this meeting people online and dating people online is that, especially if you keep talking to them and you always, you see, you guys, the way you are seeing me now, you're always seeing me from here upward, right? So you are not seeing me from here down. So if it's like I'm dating somebody and we are talking, all they will see is my face. And if the person sound feminine and they dress feminine, they look like a woman, you may never know. Sometimes some men even look more feminine than, than even people that are naturally born as women. Anyway, let me just digress and quickly run through the story before we discuss the issues. This young man went on a dating site looking for dates. He was looking for a girl. He met Oyibo man that is a transgender, 40 years old. That was the picture that I showed you guys earlier on, right? They went on a first date to my people. And the thing I was saying about all this thing is that when you meet somebody online, when you are going to meet, maybe it's not daylight they met, maybe it's at night. I don't know. Or maybe they met in a kind of place, a dark place or a club, or somewhere that they cannot really see each other properly. So they met first time. They how do you guys, you youngies, how do you say it? They hooked up. They hook up. Yes, he was looking for Kerewa. They hooked up once, and according to the story, they even said that the woman or the man, the transgender woman, performed some Kerewa on him. He did some oral Kerewa on him. I can't say it. You guys know why. Please, this content is not for children, no. Anyone that is below the age of 16 here, excuse yourself. Anyway, generally, my content is not for children. He did some kerewa on the black kid. The boy still did not know that he's a woman. Una see wahala. They met again the second time. Yeah. So he says that they met again in May for another sexual encounter. Now there, David Consi say the person he thought is a woman. Not be woman, a man, no. Now the boy charge. Thank you, Princess. Princess Tech, Virginia Tech is a university here. Somebody clarified it for us. This boy just went berserk. Like he properly went crazy. You know when they talk, when they say, when you watch court scene in movies, and when the lawyer, a defense attorney or a defense lawyer is pleading in temporal insanity. Yeah, I think this is exactly what happened, because the boy went crazy when he found out that the man is a man, is not a woman. He started beating him. And for a football player, you guys know how strong all these football players, an 18-year-old, is at the peak of his strength as a young man. His bone is very, very strong. What is his problem at 18? No, Johnson, not be say they don't construct Toto. They're not construct Toto. He never reached that side. The first time when they meet, they say na aura, say na the Oyibo man perform the aura on the boy. So then I'm not sure say they do reach that time. They just do small, they just do aura kerewa waka. And the Oyibo man perform on the boy. You understand? That was the first time they met. The second time, now the boy come find out in May when they met. Now the boy come find out, say, sure. Maybe they decide to go all the way. Now the boy come find out, say, this man that I thought, this girl that I thought I've met, that we are hooking up for the second time, is a man. Now the boy got mad. Now he begin to beat Oyibo man. He begin to beat the transgender man. He beat and so they say he crack all the bone for his face. And then somebody should help me answer. Somebody should help me answer her. Somebody is asking question here. She's a non-Nigerian. She wants to know what kerewa is. You guys should please put it on this comment section. There are some things I just have to use Nigerian lingua to say, because YouTube, their head no correct. Okay. Neka, I didn't see your comments. So So he said that he didn't know that the man, the 40-year-old man, is a transgender. He thought he's a woman. He started beating this man. I say he beat the man. So they say he broke every single. They say he finished in face. They say he panel beat in face, like as a panel beat motorway get accident. This time around, motorway that get accident, you panel beat it to be straight. This time he panel beated him to look like motorway get accidents. They rush this man go hospital. My people. He has serious anger issue. Yeah, Joyce. Yeah. Yeah. By the time they rushed him to hospital, it was too late. Oh, this man has died. He don't pass. Don't beme. Otiku. My people, this is how this boy has just used his own hand to ruin his own life. My people. See his life. I needed to just paint the picture of how this boy started in terms of, you know, his life, how his life is pining out for him. He's already in college, and you people have told me here that he's a university, a very good one for that matter. Because of dating sites, this boy went and carried a transgender, not knowing that it's not a woman. When he now found out after first date, I said this is the second date. So the first date, they had a first hookup. Let me put it that way. They had a first hookup, he didn't know because they didn't go all the way according to the story. It was just aura. He did aura on the boy. Then they arranged to meet again. When they met again, the boy now found out that maybe this time they wanted to go all the way. That's when Ashiriba to the boy now found out that this person that I'm dealing with is not a woman. He's a man. He's born naturally as a man, but he's now living as a woman. He went berserk. So that's why, you know, this comment that Joyce said that he felt humiliated. It's not an excuse though. Yeah, he has serious anger issue. How do you descend on somebody and you beat somebody to the extent that you break every single bone on their face? They say that his face is just the beat though. Face. They say it was just his face. Cut a long story short, my people. Oyibo man is Bemeo. Oyibo man is Beme. Some of you are going to ask some questions that I will just ignore because there's no way I can have answer to that. You're asking me as if I'm there, African millennial. Was I there? How will I know? How he didn't know? It was a hookup. The app is a hookup app. It's not like a proper dating. People don't go there because they want to find their soulmate or their life partner. It's a hookup app. That's what they go there for. To organize, I don't know how to put it so that it doesn't sound so distasteful or vulgar. It's where people go to just meet people to, you know, sleep with. That's what people do. And, you know, the thing that really, really pained me is the fact that this young boy at 18, what are you doing on dating sites? Because that's when at 18, as a youth, especially as a football player, is already in university, let's say he's in first year of university or whatever, he should be surrounded by his peers, girls, his mates, that they will be fooling around and, you know, living like children do or young adults do. What is he doing on hookup sites? I do not know. My people, I don't know. I do not know what he was doing there. But the long and short of it is that he went on the dating app. And he met somebody. I mean, when I was looking at the man's picture, I don't know how I cannot put it on this thing, guys. I'm trying to put it, but I've gone to upload it on the wrong place. Unfortunately, you know, it's just it's not. Yeah, where I've uploaded it is the wrong place. I should have uploaded it on overlay. Let me see if I can do that quickly while I share my link. If anybody has something they want to say, because this is a serious issue, I often talk here about how we need to talk to our children, educate them. Yes, yes. You have a point there. You have a point there. But it's still anger. You see why I say it's anger? Baby, you see why I say it's anger? Yes. Actually, yeah. The boy he's straight. Yeah, he's straight. He doesn't want to have anything to do with, you know, sleeping with somebody that is not straight. He wanted a girl. He didn't know it was a boy. But for you to get to that level of physically, you know, dealing with somebody to that extent that the person just is serious anger issue, my people. It's got to be. It's serious anger issue. You guys know I don't like doing this alone. I like people joining me so that we can do this together, because we have to keep praying for our children, my people. We need to be praying over our children, because the enemy, when you escape the enemy, they go after your child. I'm telling you, they go after your child. Look at this boy now. Already his life is just so set ahead of him. How many years he would have finished university? Joyce is here. Okay, I'm going to add Joyce while I try and upload those things in the right place while Joyce is talking. Joyce, please, as I'm adding you, be mindful of the language you are going to use. Yeah, I beg you. Let's try and keep it very, very civil. Yeah. Hello, Joyce.
Hello, Auntie. Good afternoon. I hope
Hello,
you're
my
good.
dear. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Um,
Okay.
well, that's very sad. Like, I don't know what to say. It's 18. Like you said, I don't know what he was doing on a dating thing. Like, what? Who was he looking for? Was he looking for someone? I just don't understand.
Yeah.
He's gonna spend. He's gonna spend a lot years in prison now. He's gonna be in prison for nearly all his life. And he just wasted his life. Us, us like parents, what we need to do is educate our kids, educate them, talk to them. You know, it's coming from a Nigerian background. You know, they don't talk to their children, most of them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
educate your kids about what's going on in the world before they go to university, so that they can get used to what's going on. Don't
Yeah.
shy or don't feel like, oh, I don't need to talk about this to my kids. Don't try and shy away from it. No, you need to educate them so that they know, okay, this will happen, this is what happens, and if you happen, this is what we need.
Yeah.
Talk to them, you know. And then we really need the anger management, and anger can lead to a lot of things.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I think, as you said, like men, like black men, I think they're neglected in a way that parents just let them do anything, like thinking they are men without speaking to them, talking to them, advising them, because they need it too, because they're human beings. We
Yeah.
shouldn't only
Absolutely.
focus on the ladies,
Yeah.
too. So I think education is very important as well, as you said. And thank you for bringing this up, because this is going to teach a lot of African people on the importance of talking to your kids before going to university. Not just let them do whatever they want, but educate them, because they're young. They need educating. I know he's there now regretting his life. Like, shit, I shouldn't have done that. He's regretting it because,
Yeah.
and it's America,
Yeah.
life imprisonment. I feel for him. He's still young. He has his life ahead of him. Just hopefully he gets a good lawyer, and they give him hopefully he's good in prison, and then they give him a bit of the time off, like they release him early. We just pray that. That's it,
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you so much, Joyce. I really, really like what you said about, parents talking to boys. We talk to only girls. We teach girls this is what you do when a
Yeah,
boy is talking to you. We teach boys about sex education and things. We teach girls, but boys we usually just, we leave them to
yeah.
figure it out themselves.
Not good, because they need, because what I'm seeing out there, a lot of African black men, they need talking, they need education. They don't
Yeah.
even know nothing, nothing. It's not only in the UK or America or abroad, also in Africa. They don't know anything. They're just neglected in education wise. But look at those kids, those few kids that the parents educate. You see, added, because they already know things ahead of time. And
Yeah.
that's the problem with us. We don't know how to talk to our kids, especially men. Just let them,
Hmm.
because they're men, they do anything. And they end up making sabotaging their life and making
Yeah.
mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you, Auntie.
Yeah,
Have a
thanks for
good
calling in.
day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
alright. Take
Have a
care.
good evening, love.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye. I've got Cece. Let's add Cece. Hi, Cece.
Hey, youngsters B, how are you?
I'm all right. I've also got Owusu. Let me add both of you so we can have like a three-way chat. I've got my thinking now, so I think we can safely do it now. I finally uploaded them the way I want to. Yeah. So, Sissy, where are you joining us from, darling?
I'm in London. Marylebone, London.
Right. Right. So, what do you have to say?
It's a lot of issues that are brought up by this story. It really,
Yeah.
really breaks our heart.
Yeah.
The previous caller mentioned something about education. Yes, education in a lot of ways. You know, your child may be very educated and aware, but not streetwise, which I think what this guy wasn't. You don't get on those apps if you're not streetwise.
Yeah.
You know, it could, no matter how educated, it could, catch you sideways.
Yeah.
Because you go on Tinder thinking, I'm probably going to meet someone like me.
Yeah.
On the same wavelength like me, who thinks like
Mm-hmm.
me. But
Mm-hmm.
on that platform, there's people who are gender fluid, looking for male or female. There are
Mm-hmm.
people on there who are straight, looking for another heterosexual, and all sorts. So if you go on there and you just type in, you swipe right and you say you're up for it, and there's
Yeah.
no previous conversation, and you go and meet, obviously he had oral from this guy and it was good, and
Yes.
probably the conversation,
Yeah.
they met on a certain level, and then next thing, this is what happens. It's unfortunate that there's a lot of violence against transgender people.
Yeah.
Some of it is, I think about 20% is intolerance, but the 50% or more is because they feel it's their right not to say what they were naturally born. Yeah, I am what I am, and you're going to accept me. I don't have to tell you until the last minute. It's
Let me ask
important
you
to
this.
some people. It's important to some people. I don't want to sleep with a man who used to be female. If if by any chance that ends up happening, I will feel violated. You are not violating my rights in order to fulfill your own rights. It's
So
not
do you
fair.
feel,
In America,
Sissy,
in
Sissy,
America, a
let me
lot
ask
of
you a
these people
question.
come up dead because of this.
Yeah. Okay. So we know that, there's a lot of hate, discrimination against people who are trans and also people who are gay. Actually, I saw a story today that really broke my heart. I felt it was a bit extreme. I would have brought it here because, trust me, I'm not afraid to discuss these issues. However, I felt it was YouTube might not allow it. This young woman, she's a Nigerian, and she's living openly as a gay person in Ghana. She's a DJ. That's what she does for a living in Ghana. And what they did to her is heartbreaking. And guess what? It's somebody that knows her, that she considers her best friend, a man, a young man that did it to her. So do you feel like, what I was going to ask you, Sissy, do you feel like it is important for people to declare or to ask the question about what is your gender? What is your gender, your gender at birth when you meet people?
Yes, it is, because if you look at it, our age, says B, when these apps started for hooking up, you usually used to say man looking for woman or man looking for another man.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it doesn't. You don't have to say. You can leave it blank, which is not fair. It's not that I am I am intolerant, but I
Yeah.
have a choice. I
Yeah.
identify as a heterosexual woman, and if I was ever to go on a site like that, I'll be looking for another man who is naturally born a man.
Right.
So there's nothing discriminatory there. It's like me putting on makeup and coming off as white, and doing up my nose and coming up as white. And then I meet somebody, they take me home. In the morning, I have a shower and they see, oh, you're black.
All
And
your
the person,
blackness will come out.
how do you think the person is going to feel? You know,
Oh,
it's a lot of things, because this guy is 18. Yes, he's
yeah,
probably
the thing.
thinking now, because now I've had this sexual act with this naturally born man, does it
Yeah.
mean that
Mean
I'm
I'm gay.
gay?
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah.
much going on in his mind
Yes.
at that time, and he's still
Yeah.
got hormones playing up. He's young,
He's
and
very
he's
young.
very, very strong. And
Yeah.
Oibo, some of them are fragile,
Yeah.
especially
Very.
him taking female hormones to soften up the
The
facial
features.
features.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a lot of things. But if he gets a really, really good lawyer, he could come out not having a custodial sentence. That's what I feel. I hope some
Well,
of our people who are good at what they do see this and are not judgmental and come out and help him.
what can we take? What can we take away? I'm going to come to you, Owusu, and I've got AP as well. Please bear with me. Sisi, lastly, before I go to Owusu, what can we take away from this as parents and as Africans who live in the diaspora with children who are growing? Some of them are young adults, and some of them, they are very naive. They might be quiet, and the quiet ones are the ones that end up going to this app to go and start looking for what they shouldn't be looking for. What can we take away? What can we learn?
It's funny because I've had this conversation with my daughter at 16. We're
Right.
talking about catfishing. And I said, I have a right to know if you're a man or female when we are chatting online before we go anywhere. And she was of the argument that once somebody is born female, once they're now a man, they don't have to say. And
Yeah.
I was shocked. I said, how can you say that?
Yeah. They may not. They may not say. It's true.
And
They
I
may
said,
not say.
And I said, but you're trampling on the other person's rights. So you need to have these conversations with our children. Know your child. Like I know my daughter, she's not streetwise. Whereas my son, I know he's very streetwise. So you need to have the balance and talk to them. Get to know your children. Sometimes we don't have time. And
Yeah.
when I had this conversation with her, I actually said to myself, I need to talk to her more, because it was actually the first time that I spoke to her about, adult things for a long time on a level. It's just
Yeah.
general conversation, not like I'm
Mm.
preaching down at her. And
Mm.
it was good, and I felt good, and that I'm beginning to know my daughter that is somebody who believes in the rights of those who choose to live their lives how they want to live.
You're right. Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Sisi. I think that was quite good. We learned something from that. Thanks for joining us. I hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, my love. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, let's go to Owusu. Hello, Owusu.
Hi, Auntie. Thank you for
Hi.
this topic.
Oh, I thought you were a man. Why are you using your surname? Are you trying to hide from me?
No.
All right. Where are you joining us from? What's your first name? Or just give me a pseudonym if you don't want to give me your name.
My name is Abna.
Abna. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, love. Where are you joining us from? Are you in the UK or in the US?
No, I'm in Canada.
You're in Canada. Good.
Yeah.
What do you have to say? You sound like a young person. Give us a young
I'm
person's
young.
perspective about this.
Yeah, so this whole dating app thing, I know a lot of people wonder, why do young people go on dating apps, but young people nowadays are not that sociable like they used to.
Right.
They don't talk like that. They live on Instagram, they live on Facebook. So even though, yes, that guy, he's a football player and there's many girls he can choose from, I don't know him, but I think he wanted the easiest selection. So that's
Right.
why, okay, I can just go online, get my hookup, and then move forward.
Do
Especially
young
because,
people know how dangerous it is to go online to meet strangers that they've never met? I mean,
it's
he could
very
have been
dangerous.
he could have been somebody that is a killer for all you know.
Yeah. I don't know why, but we need to be honest and tell young people these things, because dating online is extremely dangerous, because a lot of the people, what they're doing is they're going to that person's house, to do whatever. And it's like, how can you just meet
Wow.
somebody and then you go to their house? Like, you
House?
never
Are
met
you
them
kidding
before.
me?
Yeah.
Going to a stranger's house, someone you've never met before,
Yeah.
just because you see them on an app and you say hi, hi, and you go to their house. Oh my God. Let me ask you this. Why is it that young people they resist when parents try to bring up, because I know I do try to have this conversation, especially boys. They don't want, mom, no. They don't want to have that conversation with you. You try, but they are not receptive. Why? You're a young person. Why? Is it invasive? Why are you guys so damn secretive?
Because we want to be grown and we want to be independent and we want to like have fun and
And you feel like your parents are always going to trample on your rights. Parents don't understand. You guys think that we're never cool. You think we're born old. We're not born old. We were cooler than cool in our days.
No, but you're right. We should listen to you, but I don't know why. We just feel
Yeah,
like we
young people
already
do this.
know. We feel like
Yes,
we
a
just
lot of people
already
are lost. Social media is not helping, and all this gaming. Even with this PlayStation, they do meet people on PlayStation as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's safe. It's not safe, but we'll just keep talking and please, as a young person, what I will say to you before I let you go, my love, because I've got two other people waiting that want to join. When you do meet people online, please make sure you tell someone. Don't go on a date in a secret place. Don't go to their house. Don't let them come to your house. Go to a park and make sure you take somebody along, or let somebody know where you are going to. Please don't go and just keep quiet and go, because like, Sissy said, a lot of these children that are going online, young adults, I call them children because at 18, you're still basically a child. You don't know anything at 18. I know young people always feel like they know too much, but listen, you guys don't know nothing. You will grow and you will know that you don't know. But it is for your own safety. Going to meet a stranger is so, so scary, even for grown people. So as a child or as a young adult, please let somebody know what you are up to. If you are talking to somebody and you are catching feelings and you feel like you are liking them and you might meet up, please speak to someone and make sure that you are not putting yourself at risk. Yeah?
Yeah, no problem. But I would
All
like to
right.
say that I feel bad for the guy
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he didn't know, and I'm pretty sure if the transgender person said I'm a transgender, then he wouldn't sleep with that person. So I actually feel very bad for the guy. That
Yeah. They
yeah.
released him on bail. They had to pay $75,000 dollars on his bail bond, but they released him on bail. But he's on house arrest and they say he's on electronic monitoring at the moment. So we wish him well. I hope he's going to be able to get his life together. And guess what? The football team dropped him quickly the minute it happened.
Wow.
Yeah, they dropped him quickly. So you see, even if he's able to beat this rap, how is he going to get back to university again without the scholarship they've given him? You see, this is the danger of these things. Anyway, thanks, my love, for joining, and you do take care of yourself. And we'll speak again soon.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right, bye, love. Bye bye. Yeah, I've got AP. Hello, AP.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sweetie. Where are you joining me
Hi,
from? Hi.
US.
Okay, right. What do you have to say, sweetie?
So I wanted to say thank you for bringing up this topic. I don't think that online dating is the problem. Um, because we go to church online right now. Our money is online, our schooling is online, you know, everything like due to the pandemic, I haven't done a lot of things in person for a long time. So I don't think meeting people online is the thing. This generation is my kids are schooling online. So this generation is used to interacting through the screen. So they
Yeah,
see it normal for them to meet people to even my son doesn't know all his classmates. They're all online. They haven't met each other before, but they're classmates. He sees that there are like 100 people in his class, but he doesn't know them. So this generation is used to that. What we can do is we cannot avoid it. We can't avoid them going online to order for food, meet people, go to church, go to school, bank. We can educate them on how to go about it in a way that they don't get hurt.
yeah,
Because I think bad people can be in the church, they can be on the bus, they can be in the store. You just have to make your children street smart to
Yeah.
have the information. If you meet somebody online, it does not mean that you have skipped the process of verifying who this person is. You have met the person. That is not a bus pass. It's not. It doesn't mean it's a quick. You've jumped into a relationship already. You still have to verify them. I will
Yeah.
tell my kids, for example, like if you have to meet somebody online, it could be on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. The first step is to meet in a public place.
Yeah.
Meet the same way you would have met a stranger in a public place. Put them through the same process.
Yeah.
Don't let them take you straight to their house. Put them through the same process. Meet them in Starbucks, somewhere free,
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Meet them somewhere there. Ask them questions. Get their name. I will check your ID and say, let me see your ID and confirm who you are. And
Very
that's my
important.
ID.
Yeah.
Look at who I am, and just look at their name, look them up the same way you will check somebody in the normal process, in the normal dating life. Don't think that the internet has cut the process. You still have to do the same checking. So we can avoid it. We can tell our children not to do it. It's already a lifestyle that they have come to. It has already become their lifestyle.
Yeah.
Everything is done online for them. They
Yeah.
even my son is having, they're telling him to do summer school online right now. I'm like, everything is, what's the fun in the
Well,
sun?
that's so sad.
We're,
That's really
we're
sad.
supposed to, yeah, we're supposed to enjoy our sunlight. Now we're
That's
going
so
to do it
sad.
in front of a screen.
Yeah.
So their lifestyle is totally different from ours, but we
Yeah.
can't be lost in the past and think it's not going to happen. We just
Yeah.
have to educate them. If I have to drive my kid to meet a play, like if my son has a play date from a classmate from online, I will
Yeah.
drive him to a public place and stay there. I'm not going to tell him not to, because next time he will hide it from me.
And go
So I'm going to,
quietly.
and
Yeah.
go quietly. So I'll tell
Yeah,
him, I'll
but
come
young
with
adults,
you.
you're talking about young children. We are talking about young adults. A
Mhm.
17, 18-year-old is not going to allow you drive them to a date. Never. They won't. I'm
But
telling you,
I'll educate him.
they won't. They
Uh,
won't. Especially boys. I'm telling you, my youngest son is 15. Even he was going to, because we've opened up in the UK now to a reasonable extent, and um, he was going on a cinema with his friends, and I said, "Can I take you? Let me take you to the cinema. It's not very far from where we live." And he said, "No." The way he said, "No, mom,
yeah, you
don't
want
let
to
me
have
think
a
I'm a mommy's boy. No." He would rather take the bus than let me take him. But the
no.
good thing is that I know the friend is going with. I know the mom. I keep phoning. I keep phoning. They have a problem with me phoning. You phone up every minute. Are we lost? Don't we know we are going? They don't understand. I
They
tell
don't
them, you know
understand.
what? I'm a mom. This is my job, and you can't stop me from doing my job. That's what I tell them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So for me, I don't think the parents should discourage the children and tell them, "Oh, don't meet strangers online," because
yeah,
everybody you have on your Instagram, on your Facebook, you've 80% of them you've never met them. All the people, even me, you've never met me, and we're talking already.
yeah.
So I don't discourage. I'm not going to discourage it. I'm only going to tell them, this is
Be
still
safe.
follow the, be safe.
Yeah,
This is the process. Meet the
yeah,
person first in a public place. Okay,
yeah,
get to know their name. Don't go to their houses. Give them all the, because everybody in our lives right now, the people I do business with, I meet them online.
yeah,
So it's not just the dating world. We just have to educate ourselves that things has changed now. Life is
yeah,
going to a different dimension. We
yeah,
have to be prepared for it. We don't
yeah,
have to get, yeah, we shouldn't be bamboozled or deceived. So that's
yeah.
my take on that.
Thank you so much, AP, for joining me. I appreciate your contribution.
No problem. I admire you so much. You do such a good job.
Thank you, love. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see you again soon. Mhm.
Yes,
Thank
sure.
you. Bye bye.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I've got. I mean, AP made some really, really good points there. Baby, I'll come to you in a minute, please. But AP made some really good points there. She said that this is the way of life we've come to know. This is our children's reality. Even though it's not the best, but this is exactly what we know. We grew up in Nigeria and we used to just play in our villages and our township, wherever. You just go out, boys will go and play football, you go and play with your friends, you come home when you are hungry, looking dirty, and you played football, or you played with your friend, you rolled in the sand, you know, you come back, you take a shower, you eat, and you go to bed, you are tired. This is the life. But unfortunately, life has changed so much. I don't like it as it is now. I prefer it when we're growing up. Honestly, technology is very good, but this idea of children not even having face-to-face contact is terrible. We are talking of obesity and so many things. Children being, they are like secluded. They don't even talk to you. Some of them is only phone. Their phone is their best friend. They are sleeping, they are bathing. The phone is in the bathroom with them. What kind of life is this? What kind of life is this? It's not the best, my people, but what can we do? Like she said, we just need to keep talking to our kids. So I've got Bebim. Hi, Bebim.
Hi, Bridgie. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Where are you joining us from, please?
From the US.
You're welcome.
So there are several factors in this,
Right.
right? Most people know that dating sites are just a place where, you know, you have quick hookups.
Right.
And dating sites specifically states the sexual orientation of the person and the sexual preference of
Right.
the person. Now, you would also see the person may disclose the age and what they do. They would kind of give like some kind of sign of what they do.
Right.
So this 40-year-old knows that this is an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Barely legal.
Yeah.
And probably sees the preference, but still goes after this potential footballer.
Yeah.
And the way that I see it is, he is much more of an adult and should know better.
Yeah.
Because an 18-year-old's emotional stability is still unstable, right?
Very, 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 very,
unstable. And
very, very.
you do not disclose your sexual orientation. That's a total problem for me. Just like in the US, I live in the US and I've lived here for a long time.
Okay.
So I know the laws. I've lived here for at least 20 years.
Right.
So you cannot have unprotected relations with someone if you have a disease.
Right.
Without informing them. It's criminal.
Okay.
There is also a psychological aspect to not disclosing your sexual orientation. The fact that you are transgender doesn't make you a woman to everybody. You may believe that you are, but not everybody believes that.
Right.
So to preserve your own life, you should disclose it.
Yeah.
Who will love you will love you.
Yeah.
And it is a choice of somebody to say, this is not what I want, and you move
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Why do people pretend, go as far as having sexual relations with somebody that would never even want to be with you in the first place?
Yeah.
And then after that, you disclose who you are. So what is this 18-year-old boy that has been brought up? Let's think about the culture. Nigerian culture is not still so receptive to this.
No.
And he has been brought up in that culture to see that this is a problem.
Yeah.
You have now had sexual relations with this boy. How is this boy supposed to deal with that emotional trauma?
Right.
Of the aftermath of it for the rest of his life?
Right.
It's just like, God forbid, if this man was raped by a man or a woman, how would he feel emotionally?
Right.
So we can't blame this boy for everything. He overreacted, fine. But we can never say how we will react in his position. I have friends that are gay, and I always tell them, just disclose that this is your sexual preference. Don't go and hit on a guy that you know is straight or a woman that is straight and expect them to, be receptive. There are so many situations in America where straight men especially have attacked transgenders and have attacked gay men that have hit on them. I don't know why they are still going to, because there are so many men that are bisexual. There are so many men that are gay. So why do you go after the straight ones that don't want you?
Yeah. Do you feel like, Bebim, like I was asking my first caller earlier on, that now it's become something that you don't really I don't know how it is in the US, but here in the UK, when you fill a form now, they will ask you your gender at birth, and then they will ask you the gender that you identify with now.
In
You
the
understand?
in the US, they are trying to push for you not to ask those questions. But I now feel that in the dating scene, you
Yeah,
have to ask those questions. What was your gender at birth? You don't just you say your gender preference is not enough, because some people psychologically believe that they are something else
yeah,
that they are born with.
yeah, yeah.
And this also goes into, some people can even marry, because there are some transgender that look very feminine.
Very,
They
very
can
feminine.
they
Yeah.
can
So,
marry these men that are now women, and these women can't have kids for them, and they'll be wondering what happened.
yeah,
And the doctors can't even disclose.
yeah,
So how do you deceive somebody totally like that? I have a big problem with that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have a very, very big problem with that. And
Mm,
I feel like this boy's case, it can go either way. And I don't
right.
even think he may be held responsible. So it is up to the people that have had these gender reassignment surgeries and have gone through the psychological counseling to believe that they are now women, to disclose to people and to preserve their own selves.
Yeah,
Because
for their
in
own
the
safety as well.
Yes, because in the
Mm,
US, each state has different laws. There are some
yeah,
states that if you try this, the person will walk scot-free.
right.
Scot-free. So you've just wasted your life for nothing.
Hmm. I mean, look at the age difference. He's 40. He's a
He's
40-year-old man.
a
And this boy
40-year-old
is
man.
just 18.
Barely legal.
So for those who are just joining us, a lot of people are asking questions in the comment section. I did do a quick introduction at the beginning. This young man is born to Nigerian parents. He's a Nigerian American. He's 18 years old, right? And he went on a dating site looking for girls. He's a university
Yes.
undergraduate, and he was a student and a football player in Virginia Tech. They call the
Exactly. Yes.
18, just 18. He went on a dating site. Oh, my people, I don't know. He was looking for girls. I don't know what 18-year-old is doing on dating site that
It's
they can't keep
hookup.
it in life.
It's
But
hookup.
like somebody rightly said just now, our last contributor said that this is the reality of these kids. Now, some of them, my friend in Canada was telling me the daughter has started university since last year, and she has not gone to school physically. She's doing it online. She's an undergrad, but she's never gone to physical classes. So this is the reality of a lot of kids these days. You
What the
understand?
what the 40-year-old tried to do is grooming. He
Hmm.
tried to groom this guy. But you can't groom who is not sexually attracted to you. You are just setting yourself up for emotional trauma, because
Yeah.
eventually the person may even just use you as an experiment and dump you,
Yeah.
and they are gone. And then
Now,
what? You have to start grooming or deceiving somebody else again.
yeah, they've charged him now. They charged the 18-year-old kid. They charge him now with second degree. That's what they charge him with, second degree. That's what they charge him.
I am going to look up the legal ramifications of it, because I know there is something, like I wrote in the comment section, that there is something that actually I don't know how to put it, but actually helps people in this position
Yeah.
with their case.
Yeah.
Especially if you spring it on them. So in a moment of anger, they reacted. And really, you can't judge. You can't say, oh, they shouldn't have done this. You can't say that.
Yeah.
Because we all react differently when we are, when we face a certain situation that totally goes against what we believe in.
Yeah.
And what we want. And then we are forced into it against our will.
Yeah.
By somebody, knowingly, thinking they can bend our will. So
yeah.
I am not for demonizing this boy.
Yeah.
He's still a boy. He's just barely legal.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody, before I let you go, baby, because I've got Temi. I've got Temi waiting.
Right.
I want to ask you this. This is a very important question. Taufik Yahaya asked a question in the comment section. He said, how do you know who is gay or who is straight?
You have to ask.
You ask. That's what I said.
You have to ask. excuse me, what is your sex? Even your friends, you should ask them so that you know, okay, these are my friends. They are gay. I've
Yeah.
had friends for the longest, even in the US, with African background,
Yeah.
men that have pretended for the longest time that they were not gay, but I can tell.
Yeah.
So I called them out on it, and since then we have been fine, and they've been more relaxed around me because they
Yeah,
probably
because
felt that
they're
they
afraid of
won't be
you
judged.
judging them. You know how our
Exactly.
community, you know how Africans are around,
Exactly.
people who are not straight. A
Exactly.
lot of people don't take it kindly. So,
Exactly.
and you see, this is a deeper problem, baby, and we'll have to have another conversation around this because this is US. US is good. It's okay. Some people will still have the courage to come out. But in Nigeria, I'm telling you that in Africa is a very big problem whereby you find a lot of men that are not straight men because of the hostility of the society and
Yes.
how society does
There
not
are
allow them to express themselves or to live according to their sexual orientation. They will go and marry.
there are a lot of them. My gay friend, that is he's another African country. He's also on a dating site, and he says it that a lot of Nigerian men approach him for dates.
They will go and marry a woman.
In
The
the
woman, they will
US.
not start suffering the woman.
Yes.
And they have no interest in women.
Exactly. So you have to, make them feel comfortable.
Yeah, you have to ask. Yeah.
This is not a judgment zone.
Yeah.
So, and we are friends. Let us know what and who we are, what our preferences are, and
Yeah.
then open up to you.
Yeah. You have to ask.
Understand?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
these
I hope you
days-
got your answer. The way to know whether somebody is gay or straight is to ask them. Just ask them.
to ask them.
Yeah.
And not in a judgmental way, not in an
Yeah.
insulting way.
Not teasing them. You know, we African, we know, especially
Exactly.
Nigeria, we know how to tease people.
Yes.
This one that you're doing as a woman. So are you sure? You know,
And you can't really come to that conclusion because some people are feminine and they are straight.
yeah.
Some people
Some men are very
masculine.
feminine. Yeah.
Some people are masculine and they are gay. You can never tell.
Yeah.
Those ones are very difficult to tell.
Some women look very masculine as well, and they are straight women.
And they are straight.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. So you never know until somebody tells you this is who I am. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
And these
Thank you
days,
so much.
it's very important for you to ask, what was your gender at birth?
Yeah.
Not what is your gender. Because a lot of transgender people believe that they are women. They go for psychological counseling after gender reassignment.
So they just believe that they are women, they are born women. They don't know, they don't remember again.
They I don't know if it's choosing or they condition themselves not to even remember that they are men. So they actually do believe that they are women. So you have to ask them, what is your gender at birth? When you meet somebody on a dating site and you meet them at a neutral location, ask them, what was your gender at birth? This is me. I am straight. I don't do people that were born male. Not people that are transgender. People that were born male.
Yeah. Right. So we need to ask those questions. Very important for us to also educate our children going forward when they get into this dating. It's so difficult these days, you know. I mean, it's complex. I feel for these young people these days, they have a lot to deal with.
It is very complex because when we were growing up, it wasn't really an issue that we had to deal with.
Yeah.
But now they have to deal with it. And, I mean, how is this guy going to face his culture, face his family, if he's having that kind of relationship? I went to college over here and, the football players, they have a fantastic time with women, all sorts of women falling over them. And then he now has the one that is convincing him that he's a woman. I mean, he probably went on there to have a good time and play. And he ended up playing himself and probably felt very bad about it.
Yeah.
So, and for the man that lost his life, I feel bad.
Yeah, especially because it was just so he had such a great life ahead of him. I don't know how he's going to come back from this and go back to university. And they've charged him already with second degree. He beat this man until the man payment completely.
If he gets a good lawyer, he would probably serve minimal time for it.
And you know what that means in that your country when somebody has a criminal record.
Yes, I mean he already has a criminal record for that. So
Yeah.
that whole future football thing is done.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's
You see,
gone.
how a moment, this is the thing we need to tell our children. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
You are so intelligent, and you've really given me another insight into the problem, and I enjoyed having you. Please join me again another time.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, sis. Right, I'm going to add Giwa, Mrs. Miss Temi Giwa. She's here. She's been waiting. I've seen you, Frank Kitchen. I'll add you as well. But I just wanted to say before I allow Sister Temi to talk that somebody is saying that if they pass the law in Nigeria, if they pass the law in Nigeria for gay rights, then we'll know who is gay or straight. I don't know whether it's this our generation, or is the generation to come, or is the generation to come after. In Nigeria, as long as we are together as one country called Nigeria, they are not going to pass that law, my dear. They won't, Chelsea. I'm sorry. They won't. They would not. I don't want to go into it because the issues around why they will not pass it is too deep. It's similar to the issues why we are forcefully together as a country, even though we are not united. So I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. Hello. Welcome to the show, Sister Temi.
Hello, hi. I hope you can hear me.
Hi. How
Hi.
are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
Where are you joining me from?
Actually, I'm joining you from the UK,
Right.
Hertfordshire. Interestingly, I don't normally join live streams, so I thought I'll join today. Just
Thank you.
and
Thank you for choosing us.
So,
Shoot.
yeah, so I heard the discussions. It is a pity, but unavoidable. But I just wanted to say also, I heard it was all about young people, but online dating actually isn't about young people. It's just the way the world has moved on as well. So I am almost in my 5th decade, and I'm, and of course, I'm
You're almost in your 5th decade. You sound
correct.
so young. Has anybody
No,
told you that your voice is like someone in their 20s?
no, absolutely not.
Really?
So, absolutely not.
Your voice sounds really young. I'm serious.
No, absolutely not. So I have spent a lot of my adult life in the UK. So
Right.
probably have a different orientation, even though I did study in Nigeria, so I'm very familiar with the culture. I'm
Right.
just saying that it's not about young people alone. It's just about how we deal with people in general. I think it's just that I think maybe younger people are a bit more naive in how they view life. I think dating anybody, whether you're dealing with them face to face or online, I think there's some precautions that maybe an older person will take that a younger person wouldn't take.
Right.
Even face to face, I doubt if you'll ask them what is your sexual orientation, like on a finder's quest. But I think you need to ask these questions these days, because if people are going to be dishonest, they'll be dishonest anyway. I think this regardless of whether it's online, face to face, or whatever. It's just unfortunate for the young man, really is. And I think I've heard people say if he had a good lawyer, unfortunately he has a criminal record, his life has taken a different turn. But
Yeah.
that is again unfortunate. But you never know. Despite what happens, whether he serves time in jail or whatever happens to him in life, I believe that I'm a person of faith. You never know. Things can still turn around. So it's not the end of the world, but it is unfortunate for him.
Did you say that you are a person of faith? Tell me.
Correct.
Right. So I'm going to ask you a question. I hope you don't find it offensive.
No, not at
I'm
all.
not trying to put you in a box or anything, but
No.
it's very important because I feel like faith has something to do with why a lot of Africans find it very difficult to express themselves sexually. Even though we know that in Africa, like I was saying to the last person who joined me, we know that we got the community who are not necessarily straight people in Nigeria, for instance, where we come from. Why is it so difficult for us to embrace or for us to love people who are different from us as people of faith?
It's a very, I hear you. It's a very deep conversation. I'm a Christian, and my definition of Christianity is to love everybody,
Right.
and accept them for who they are. But
Right.
of course, I'm also Nigerian. People might say I'm a little bit liberal, a bit of a coconut.
Libra.
Yeah, they might say I'm a bit liberal or a coconut, but I believe that you have to accept everybody of different faiths. My father's a Muslim. My mother's a Christian. I grew up in a dual faith household, and I wasn't made to choose either. I've had friends who, I have friends who are gay. I accept them for who they are. I don't think it's an easy decision for you to acknowledge you're gay. I think I'm also a scientist, so it's difficult to say, are they born into it? Is this who they are? Nobody knows the answer. For
Yeah.
me, I just accept people for who they are.
Yeah.
They're
You just
good
love
people.
them regardless.
Absolutely, they're good people who are Christians, and they're bad people who are Christians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think in Africa it's a little bit complex because we just don't have that breadth of understanding, and I think we take faith is a bit more intense for us.
It is intense.
Yeah, so I think that's why we just won't accept. Like I saw the lady say they should pass the law whether they're gay or straight. I doubt even if they were to pass the law,
It's not gonna
they will
happen.
never
No,
but they will never
no,
acknowledge they are anyway, because
no,
the
no,
majority of the society will never accommodate, will never agree.
no.
So as I said, I remember, I remember here in the UK where the first time I saw a gay person kissing was probably in the early 80s when okay, it wasn't acceptable then either. So I think even now that the society is liberal, there's some people, generations in the UK that
Mm-hmm.
don't accept lesbianism and gay. Let's not kid ourselves. And that's not with Africans, that's even other cultures.
Yeah.
They don't accept it. And again, they either pull a faith or older generation who think that it's a kerfuffle and why are you doing this. And then the transgender thing is even complicated. Then we have the fluid people who can be male today, female tomorrow. We have all sorts of things going on now, which none of us can really explain. But unfortunately, we have to be politically correct because we're in the society we're living in. They have rights.
Yeah.
So it's complex. It's just unfortunate for the young man. And even if he found out,
Yeah.
I mean, he could have seen a red mist. It's difficult, really. I mean, you could say, okay, you find out, just go walk away from it. It's an unfortunate thing, but maybe he didn't have the maturity to walk away, and
he
that's
didn't.
what
He's
happened to
only
him.
18. I mean, he's only 18. And we understand why he didn't have that maturity. I mean, for a lot of, especially if he was raised in Nigeria, I see why he went south quickly. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Thank you so much for your
That's all
input.
right. Thank
I
you very
appreciate
much.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah, take care. Bye-bye. So we got Frank's Kitchen. This is somebody that I know. I think I know. Frank's
Hello,
Kitchen.
Auntie.
Franca's
Hello,
Kitchen.
Auntie B.
Welcome, my
Ma.
darling. How are you?
Good evening, but I'm fine.
You're welcome.
I think for this whole thing, when I read it, my heart was broken because this guy is just 18 years.
Yeah.
How can you go from 0 to 100 overnight? I thought of it that it would have been better if this the transgender person actually stated she status. I don't know if I should say her status or
but if he had shame, yeah, it's her status.
If
if
he had done that, if he had done that earlier, it would have been better rather than I would say luring the person to do what he ought not to do.
Yeah.
I will say rest in peace. But there was something that I remembered, and I said I want you to hear it.
Right.
I think I read it in Linda KG or Gist Giver or something, or Gist Lover.
Yeah.
A lady discovered that her husband, who got married to her, was dating a boy, and she went to attack the boy. She told the boy that leave my husband alone. Leave my husband alone. Yeah, so in Nigeria, and the woman, it's in the woman wrote the screenshot is what they brought on the vlog, and the young boy said to the woman, wrote a message back to the woman. He said, "You this thing. If it's not because of me, they wouldn't have married you. I was the one that chose you because I thought that being that you are from the village, you will not disturb us."
Wow.
I don't know if you understand.
They were together before they even brought the wife.
Yes. So the man now, the young boy was now threatening the wife, saying that if you do anyhow now, we will throw you out of the house. And the lady became furious and she was like, I'm going to tell your family that you are gay. And the boy was like, okay, you tell my family that I'm gay. You're embarrassing your husband. And she was like, I thought I was dealing with side chick. I did not know I was dealing with side dick. And at the end of the day, the people began to advise her that she should run. They were just 6 months into marriage, and
So she was
all
still
the signs.
So
Yeah,
that's a
all the
typical
signs
example of a man that is actually not is gay. He went to marry a woman to cover face.
to cover face, because people were saying he should get married. So they
Yeah.
were advising him that they were advising the lady that whatever it is, run with your life, because they might just kill her. It's easy to kill her rather than, because it's like the man is on a very high level around the society or something like that. So the lady, I'm sure he has already helped the lady financially. So for her to leave the marriage became an issue. So out of the threatening of this lover boy, the lady had to cry out, because it's scary. How can you marry somebody and the person is telling you that if not for me, they wouldn't have gotten married to you?
Yeah,
And
but
I
he's
believe
saying
this
the
is
truth. He's saying the truth.
it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
But believe me, you like what somebody. It's the truth, I know. But if what somebody wrote that if they openly did this in Nigeria, husbands go pack leave wife, wife self go come.
No, but if they openly did this in
Wife,
Nigeria, it will solve a lot of problem. That's the truth. It
wife will
will solve a lot
leave
of
their
problem.
husbands. Wife will leave their husbands, because a lady told me that if I go to Nigeria with my child, I should hold my daughter. I should not allow any aunt to come and say, "Hey, fine girl." Say, because they are all in disguise now.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, no, no. We had
that's
a
the
show.
story.
Franca's Kitchen during Baba Ijesha time, we had a show and a woman told a story here. If you didn't see that video, you need to go and watch it. That day, we were here for over 2 hours. It was a revelation. That's the most emotional
Yeah.
show I've ever done. I was crying. Everybody was crying. The woman, because people were telling their own stories, and the woman was sharing her own story. She lives in the UK, and she told us how she was abused in Nigeria by another woman. It's an auntie, so it's not today, my sister. It's happening.
Wow.
So if somebody is in my comment section, JRO, he say he's a gay man, he lives in Nigeria, and that story you shared is true. And he's the one that is also saying that tons of men in Nigeria do this because of family pressure. Because I believe you, because in Nigeria, you get to a certain age, they say go and marry. Why would you tell them that you're not? Why would you tell them you're not married? You are 45, going you are not married. What's your excuse? Eh? The earlier they legalize and make people come out, the better. That is my own stand on it, if you ask me.
It's scary. Oh. It's scary. After this lady was pregnant already, she was 5 months pregnant, and she was so scared. Yeah, people advised her to run with her life.
And the priest's wife, why did the woman that the priest is married to, that they were charging him for adultery for the other day?
Yes, it's true. That's what she said.
The husband, she caught her husband, koro. The man is not.
That one scared me. Oh.
She said that at the time they were married for over 10 years, that they only slept together 3 times, and it's only the time she got pregnant. He's not into women.
Prison yard.
He's not even hectic. He's not even bi. He's not even bisexual. He's completely gay. He doesn't like women. I mean, he's not attracted.
Why did he get married?
Because of society. That's what JR is trying to tell us. Society. It's society. The society pressure. People don't come out in Nigeria. They cannot come out. That's why.
There was a soft blog in Nigeria that carried a story. Some of these new generation actors and actresses, about 2 that got married recently. One is about to get married. And a man took to his Twitter and said, why are these young men leading these women on where they know they are into men?
Well,
and I think
the house. JR said, let me put his comment too. He said, I'm a gay, successful person in Nigeria. My family knows I'm gay and are supportive. I have zero interest in marrying any woman. At least you know yourself. Thank God you are out. You are not going to deceive any woman. So we thank you for that, Brother JR. Thank you very much. No, it's true, because he's saying the truth. Because if it's
no woman is
going to get pregnant. This story you just shared us. No woman is going to get pregnant and find out that the husband has a man that he's dating that even said they should go and bring her from village. You know how devastating that is?
Yeah, that's true. Well,
somebody told me that in the US there's a name they call them, but they are ruining people's lives because they are not interested in those relationships. They are forcing themselves because of society, and it is wrong. That's my
women are looking for husbands. Women are
desperately looking for husband. Anyone, they don't mind. So that's it. Yeah, thank you for
Ọlọ́run,
saying that. Yeah.
it is
Thank
well.
you so much,
Yeah, I just
Franca.
pray. It is well. I pray that they just pardon this boy, that he comes out one way or the other.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you, Aunt Tanti, for this live. Thanks for
You're
accepting
welcome,
me.
my love. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah. I've got Omoye's corner and I've got AP. AP, let me go to you first. Hello, AP.
Hey, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sweetie. Where are you joining us from, please?
US. I called earlier
Are you
on.
the same person that called earlier on?
Yes, I called
Right.
earlier on, but then you asked the question, and I just wanted to quickly chip in.
Go on.
You asked the question. The other lady said she was a lady of faith. I'm
Yeah.
also a lady of faith. I'm a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the problem we are facing is the church avoiding the topic.
Yeah.
The church, our parents, they are avoiding the topic. They don't want to address it. And these kids, they know so much about it, but not the right information. It's information from the media, information of people just saying, I'm gay, and they don't really know the in depth of it. What I have learned to do, or what I started doing recently, was because my son, like I was saying the other time, he schools online,
Yeah.
and a lot of informations pop on the screen. An ad will pop and it will be Pride Month, it will be this, and he's quite young and he was asking me, Mom, what's Pride Month? Mom, what's this rainbow color? And as a person of faith, I don't want to teach him hate, but I don't want to teach him that it's acceptable either. So I have to break it down to him and let him know what it is. And I think that's what the church has to do for everyone. And I think just because the government is telling them to come out doesn't mean people of faith have to turn them into an enemy or have to accept the sin that is in it. Like
I'm going to stop you, AP. I'm going to stop you because you are going on a territory that I'm not comfortable with. Yeah. Yeah, you're going into a territory that I'm not comfortable with, right?
I
Like
understand.
I said, yeah, you understand where I'm coming from, right?
I
Because
do.
we got some people who are here on my live show that actually they are not straight people, they are gay or transgender. I don't know. We don't know really. So the thing
Okay,
is
but
that
let me just quickly add that in order to show love to
yeah,
people,
yeah,
because Nigerians, my point was Nigerians were very religious, and in order to show love to someone that you think what they are doing is not right, we should remember that Jesus Christ, when he caught the woman doing adultery, he told them, who is without stone, cast the first stone. So just always remember that even if you're a Christian, Jesus did not teach us to kill the sinner. He taught us to love on the sinner and pray for them. So
yeah,
that's where I was heading for. That's what I teach my children. That even if you don't accept what they are doing, what another person is doing, it doesn't give you the right to kill the person. Like the young man in the question, he shouldn't have. If you don't accept somebody, you're not the judge. That's what I
yeah,
tell my kids all the time. Just because you don't accept what someone is doing does not mean you should take laws into your hands. And even the faith we have, the God we call on every day, he did not tell us to kill anybody. He said, do not cast that stone. That's what he said when they caught someone in the sin. And even though the woman obviously was wrong, he didn't allow them kill the woman. So don't think you catch someone in a sin, you should therefore just hurt the person. So that's what I was trying to get to. Just even if you're a Christian, you can still show your children how Jesus Christ loved someone that didn't do the right thing. That's all I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took all that time, but yeah, that's
thank
my
you, AP.
point. No
Thank you.
problem.
Oh my ask Connor, you're here.
Hey,
Hello,
hi,
sweetheart.
Obodoyibo.
How
Good to
are
catch
you?
you again.
I
I'm fine, thank you.
Thanks for joining me on my yeah. How are you, love?
Sure, I am well. How are you? You look beautiful as always.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. This is a very controversial topic.
It is.
So for me, I just feel like um, love is always the first thing whatever it is that we're trying to do, regardless of your religious background, you should always hold on to that love. Have love for everyone, regardless of their persuasions. Now, coming to Nigeria with the situation is that our people's minds are not open.
Right.
We have a lot of struggle, even as a heterosexual person, someone who likes men, or women who like men, and men who like women. It's still, they're still not open-minded enough. When you're at a certain age, there's pressure, societal pressure from anywhere to get married. And then you start to have issues in the marriage. They're still not open-minded enough to even resolve the situation the way they ought to resolve it. They always want to sweep stuff under the carpet. This situation about living, the gay life or the transsexual life or whatever, it is, it ought to be passed into law in Nigeria. There's too many married women suffering in marriages in Nigeria. There's so many couples killing each other because they're not free, they're not open, they don't talk about these things. You say it before you even complete the sentence. They are saying, I rebuke. There will be a lot of surprises in heaven. No, there will be a lot of surprises. You'll be shocked. The transgender person will be negotiating with the angel at the gate whether the straight person should enter or not. Seriously, because
the other person will hold the gate for the straight person to see whether they will enter. You Christians make me laugh. Some Christians, not all of them, but Christians are religious people generally, because it's not only Christianity. Even Islam is worse when it comes to discrimination against people who are not of the same sexual orientation. The thing is that there are some sins that we commit that is even worse, like the sin that some people even being judgmental, judging people and not showing love. Is that not a sin? It's a sin. When you don't show love. When you judge people based on their sexual orientation, based on their looks,
orientation.
Go to Nigeria and see. You wear this wig, the people will judge you and tell you will go to hellfire because of the way you look, because of how you are dressed. You wear trouser. I went to Nigeria once. This woman did not allow me to enter church. She didn't allow me to enter church. You know why? She said because I had my nails done, that I had color in my nails. She said I have to go back.
Wow.
I thought it was a joke. Initially, I was like, no, that's not possible. And she's like, she means it, oh. That even she goes to the US. She goes to the US and she how they do there, that you cannot paint your nails and come to a church like this. It's not acceptable. I was like, what the F? She blocked the road. If I pass here, she'll block it. This woman drove me. I had to leave. Is that not a devil? Is that not a Satan?
Exactly.
Is she not Satan? Is that a Christian?
Thank you. This is the problem. I've had a similar experience just like yours. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I've had a similar experience just like yours. We concern ourselves about very trivial issues that have no meaning at all, that does not help anybody's life. If someone is gay, whether they are gay, whatever orientation they choose to be, you are not God. Neither of us, even we ourselves, the kind of, like you rightly stated, there are things that people do in their lives that is even worse. If somebody has chosen that this is the lifestyle they want, the best thing you can do for first of all, are they human? They are human. Do they have flesh and blood? Yes, they love them the way they are.
Me, I always tell people, this is why I tell people. One day I saw a young woman in this UK on the train. She was preaching. And she was doing this kind of Holy Ghost fire will consume you if you don't give your life to Christ. You will go to hellfire, you will burn. And, she was preaching hell and damnation. And I was so tempted to say, hey, she's a black young girl, very young. She was passionate for Christ. It looks like these ones that just recently gave their life. You know how if you recently gave your life, that fire is burning. You want to convert everybody, become a born-again Christian. And all the people in the train, nobody was paying attention to her. And in my mind, I was saying to her, if only you just tell them about the love of Christ. If you just tell them that Christ loves them, if nobody loves them, that Christ is open to loving everybody, they will be more they will be more attentive to you. But instead, you are telling them they will go to hellfire, they will burn if they don't repent. It's like you are forcing them to repent. And in this part of the world, who's saying you? Okay, talk, you talk, you go tire. When it gets to your train, you will come down.
Exactly. And then for, coming back to this young man, this 18-year-old, I really, really feel I sympathize with his family. I sympathize with him. He's still young. His mind is not formed. His mind is not formed. I blame the older guy. This is why full disclosure is very necessary,
Yeah.
And as parents, as Nigerian parents, we need to make sure we educate our parents and expose them. I remember when I was still in college back home in Nigeria, I had an uncle, God bless his soul. The man was always talking to me about, different types of sexual orientation. His wife was against it, or my cousin. She used to scream at him like, stop it now. This girl is naive. She doesn't. And then he would say to her, there's no naive outside there. Let her learn it now. Let her know that there are different types of people out there. So when she goes and she meets someone, she will know, okay, if the person chooses a certain, or the person is approaching her in a way that she's not, she can understand where it's coming from. You see how she is? It's very, because I was very naive in college. She used to say those things. Used to maybe I will put the cushions over my ears. I'll be screaming like, no, you must hear. Oh, you must hear. You cannot be ignorant. Parents have to teach.
It did the right thing.
He did the right thing. Exactly, because eventually I was meeting people who had those types of orientation, and I wasn't that kind of person. But because I already heard about it and I already got the little education I got, as much as possible from him, my mind was open. I love them where they are. Will I now say I'm not perfect though? Hey, it's God that is forgiving everybody. It's no human being is forgiving anybody. It is God. It is in God's power. Our duty is to love. And you don't condemn anybody. You are saying that somebody is sinning. Which sin are you doing that we don't know about? It's the ones that tell you what they are doing that you know. What about the ones that don't say anything? Yeah. Just like this situation now, if this guy came out full disclosure and said, hey, you know what? This is what I am. This is who I am. Because this is happening a lot, especially he's not the first person. There's been cases of transgender people being killed after they've, slept with their partners. Then the partner found out that, hey, this person was formerly this. And he was a young man too. He was Hispanic. They locked the young man up. I don't know what happened with his case. It is happening more often than not. So people need to come up with disclosure.
A lot of people in the comment section, some people are saying that he knew that he was a man. That's what he wanted. If he knew, then why was he so angry then?
Exactly. No, he didn't. No, he did. He may have enjoyed the act. He may have enjoyed the act.
And don't forget the act was aura. It was aura, mouth na mouth.
Exactly. So how would he know? He would have done it and then maybe now, and then now find out. He's not a psychic. How would you, like you said, like you guys were saying, some people look, masculine. You can't tell. So you have to ask. He did not. When I meet, during the dating scene, you have to ask: are you, gay?
Transgender people, you will never know that they had another agenda before. Some of them are so
you will never know.
Even this our voice, we African, when they talk with big voice, their voice is very, especially Oyibo. You will never know. I'm telling you.
Exactly. You can never know. So we have to be very, the central message here is we need to show love. As Nigerians, we need to come out of that box. We always, I don't know, it's like a population of, a lot of people are in a box. They don't want to come out of it. You have to open your mind and open your eyes and see what's going on. You can't be oblivious of what's happening around you. The world is changing so fast. If you don't teach your children, somebody will teach them outside. And the person who will teach them will have a different mindset entirely that will wreck. People do sleepovers and they end up turning. There was a guy that came out, he was gay. He really didn't want to be gay. What happened? He was abused by his parents' friends. They used to do sleepovers. He did not because the first man threatened and told him that if he told his parents, he was going to kill all his siblings and kill his father and mother. The guy was afraid to say anything. He came into being an adult, and that was the only pleasure he knew, and that's what he went with.
That
These
reminds
things are
me of
happening.
you know what you said now, Maya. I'm going to let you go because I've got someone else.
Sure.
Mujiwa is waiting. But what you said now just reminded me of Tyler Perry. Yeah, what's his name? Is it Tyler Perry?
Yeah,
Tyler
Tyler Perry.
It's the same thing he said. It was a family member that did that to him, and he found pleasure in it. He didn't know. He was a kid. You understand? So we need to talk to our children. We need to educate them. And what I'm taking away from what you said, Omoye, because you always make a lot of sense, is that we need to have tolerance. Yes, tolerance is crucial in dealing with people who are of a different sexual orientation, religious orientation, cultural beliefs, or whatever difference that we have. Thank you so much, Omoye. I've got Madiwa T. Hello.
Hi, Auntie B. Hi from Cape Town.
Woo! All the way from Cape Town. First time I'm getting someone
lovely
from
to join the show. I
Thank you
think
so
the topic.
much.
I think the topic is really interesting, and I just wanted to give a few pointers from an African perspective. I think the first thing is to recognize that this is not just a diaspora issue. The gay issue, as well as the online dating and online interaction, it's very present with us here on the continent. And I think what's critical is for parents, and I'm speaking specifically for those on the continent, and I'm talking about the boomers, those of, in our 40s, going into the 50s and so forth. We haven't really grown up in a society that's liberal, where, sexuality and all these things were out in the open. And some of the issues we as parents ourselves are not even aware. I mean, I've spoken to some friends, and I have friends all across the continent who have teenage children, and when you talk about LGBTQ, they don't even know what those different acronyms stand for. And those are some of the realities. Fortunately for us here in South Africa, the constitution, the rule of law is quite liberal. Gay rights are protected. Gay people can get married. So being openly gay, particularly in urban settings, is not necessarily a taboo.
So it's
something that is, I wouldn't say generally accepted, but it's something that's not under the carpet as much as it is in other places across Africa.
Wow.
So now going back to this issue, the specific issue around this young man, I think that certainly he'll need good legal representation. Oh my God, I think the connection went.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. We're hearing you, Mudiwa. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, I think we lost her. Oh, try and get on again. Let me talk to you before I end the show. Thank you so much. That was really insightful. South Africa, well, they are ahead when it comes to these issues. She's telling us, another person in the comment section already told me that in South Africa is no big deal. Now, Mudiwa has told us that the laws are in place already, that they can actually get married. I didn't even know anywhere in Africa that's possible. So you see, Nigeria has a lot of work to do and other African countries in terms of passing the law that even makes it legal. They need to pass that law. It's not helping anybody pretending as if we don't have people like, like people like transgender people or gay people in our society. The earlier we discuss it, the better. Running away from it and pretending like it doesn't happen is not going to make it go anywhere. It's just going to make many women marry men, force many men who are not, who are not straight men to marry women by force. Tikpa tikpa. They will end up, hating those women, and there's a lot of issues that come with it. JR is saying that we need to speak about married men in Nigeria, about gay married men in Nigeria marrying women next and to be men with beautiful wives at home. Very common. Okay. Yeah, we need to. Absolutely very important, because it's happening a lot. You see what Franca's Kitchen told us about the Nigerian one, who it was even the boyfriend that told him to go and marry. They do it to cover face. Yeah, we need to talk about it because it's causing a lot of problem. Yeah, let's see if we can get Madi back. Join us back if you are there so that we can take your comment before we go. So in summary, I'm going to round up now because we've done a long time. I don't usually stay long like this. Mudiwa, if you are there, please join us again before I round up. But if you are just joining us, we are talking about this young black man. This young black man is the one we've been talking about. For those of you who recently joined, he is a Nigerian-born American. He's a Nigerian American. He's a football player. You can see him there. Plays football. Promising future. He's in college. Everything's sweet. Everything's set for this young boy life. Only for him to go on dating site though. Now dating site he go. He went on dating sites and wanted to pick up women. Unfortunately, the person he picked up turned out to be a transgender. He didn't know. They hooked up once. He didn't know. The second time they hooked up, he found out. And so he beat this man till he killed him. Now he's in prison. Or now they've charged him with second degree. So this is the issues that we're talking about. How do we avoid things like this from happening? How do we avoid things like this from happening? What do we need to do as African parents? We live in the diaspora. Our children have access to all the technology in this world. Their internet, no, they shake. Electricity, no, they shake. At least the children in Africa still have a bit of problem with technology in terms of not having access to internet uninterrupted 24 hours. But our children live and breathe on the net. They live and breathe on the net, and there's electricity 24/7. So I'm just going to end by saying that we need to keep talking to our children. Thank God the school does a lot of the work here, even though, in my opinion, they do it quite early, too early. So we need to do the work as parents. Talk to your children. There are people who are different sexual orientation. Tell them what LGBTQ means. Don't pretend as if it doesn't exist, especially those of you who are too religious. The religious Jim people, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, you're an extremist. Not telling your children does not mean that they will not find out. They will find out sooner or later. The earlier you tell them, the better. If you don't teach your children the right thing at home, somebody else will teach them the wrong thing outside. So we're wishing this young man the very best. And we hope that he'll be able to get out of this, because it's a really, really unfortunate situation. And yeah, I'm going to end it here now. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining me. Ifunanya Okonko, thank you. Chelsea Brown, I really enjoyed your contribution. Bato, I'm just seeing you now. You're welcome. Thank you so much, everybody that have contributed. Those who called in. Taufik Yaya, thank you. I like everybody, and I'm blessed with all the contributions that I've had today on this topic. I think we're going to have more conversations about this. Like somebody has said that we need to talk about the men in Nigeria that are married with beautiful wives and keep pretending. We need to talk about them, because those women are suffering emotionally. They are suffering emotionally because they will not find the love. They will not find intimacy in such marriages or such relationships, because the man is just not able to provide it. Why is our society forcing men to go and marry when, you know, why is it so shameful for a lot of people, to even celebrities? You think that celebrities will say, oh, I'm a celebrity, but it's not so easy in Nigeria. And most celebrities who are not straight men don't come out. Their own is even, they hide it so much, because when the companies, they sponsor them, everything will just dry up. So everybody hides it. It's not helping anybody. Thank you so much, Bato. You are my subscribers, and you've been with me from the beginning. Thank you so much. I thank you all for joining me tonight, and give this video a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, you are in my comment section, you've not subscribed, please subscribe, support us, and I will come to you again in no time with another live show. Thanks a lot for watching. I love you. Let the love of Christ flow in our hearts in everything that we do. Please love yourself and love one another. This is the greatest commandment. Love. Anything we do without love doesn't mean anything. Love everyone, irrespective of who they are. Love your enemies. Pray for those who hate you. That's what Jesus told us. So let us love one another and let us help our children to be the best that they can. Thank you so much, Tokumbo. I love you guys. Have a good evening and have a great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.